What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, wow, we have not done these guys in a while. We're coming back to Fit for a King. Yes, indeed. Fit for a King fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-bobbity-bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from William Moore, and William wanted to see me react to this song by Fit for a King called The Price of Agony.
Oh, it's unbearable, isn't it? The suffering of strangers, the agony of friends.
Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard this song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Let's see, this was posted by Solid State Records, all right? And the video has 3 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Fit for a King, The Price of Agony, official music video. Wah, wah, wah.
Damn it.
Yeah, there's that word official coming off of their record label's official page, if I'm not mistaken, Solid State Records. Look, you already know what I'm going to say, okay? So I'm not going to say it. All I'm going to say is we're going to have to just wait and see what happens and hope for the best. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Linear fade, really? Why? Why are you gonna stink up a great song, a powerful, impactful song? Why are you gonna stink it up with a linear fade? That makes zero sense to me. So much great rhythmic play, so much play with feel, so many impactful parts in this song that could have been very easily emulated for an ending. And instead, you decide to go with a linear fade. Man, I hate it. I hate it when bands get lazy. And that's all this is. This is pure laziness at the end, which is a real shame because, man, I was digging the hell out of this song. And they decide to louse it up with a linear fade. You have got to be kidding me. That just ruined the song. That just absolutely ruined the song for me. I had a score in mind. I did. When I was looking to see if I could pause and I saw we only had 40 seconds left, I was like, or 20 seconds left, I was like, forget it, just let it run. I already had a score in my mind. I already did. Not anymore. Have you got, I'm just curious. And this is a question for the fellas. Ladies, I'm sorry. You're not going to be able to answer this question. It's nothing against you. It's nothing about, feminism or anything like that. No. It's just physically impossible for you to answer this question. Guys, have you ever been kneed or kicked in the groin twice in a row? Like within, first hit and then second hit happens less than 2 seconds later? That is exactly how I feel right now. God. Ugh. Ugh. A combination of pain and rage right now. Okay. Well. I know people in the comments are going to complain about this. Oh, you're making too big a deal about the ending. The ending just absolutely soured me on a song that I was really enjoying. God, I was enjoying the heck out of this song. And then the ending. Seriously, I feel I've been nailed in the groin twice. Once wasn't bad enough. No. Once wasn't bad enough. Twice. Anyway. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll try to come up with a new score here. Man, I was set. I was set on a score. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Fit for a King with a tune called The Price of Agony. I'm starting to see the irony of that song title. This was a request from William Moore. Man. Oh. We were on track, man. We were on track for a much different score than what I have right now. We really were. I'm going to explain everything, I promise. Okay, let's get to the score I have. now, currently, for this song. I'll tell you, I'm not going to hide it, folks. I'll tell you what the score was originally. And I have no problem showing it. And how we came down. Yes, we came down significantly. And I'll explain every step of the process. I will. Let's start off with the score that we have at this moment in time. And you'll see how we got there. I promise I'm going to explain it all. I absolutely will. I'm going to do my best not to go on a rant at this point. But I make absolutely no promises. We may find ourselves in a rant before this video is over. Let's start with the score. Here we go. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 7.6. Yep, 7.6. That is the score I feel this song deserves. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay. First things first, a 7.6. What does that mean? Well, a 7.6 would translate to a really good skill rating because overall, I think this is a really good song. It would also get 4 to 5 stars and a B as in boy, B+ letter grade. So there you go, a 7.6, really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B+ letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. Man, I was digging this song. I really was. From the second this song kicked off, I was pretty much instantly a fan of the song. I was absolutely digging everything that was happening within this song. I loved the play with feel, switching between the double time, the straight time, the half time, and even during the intro, during the beginning of the song, we even went up into a quadruple time feel. It was fun. It was fun. What I loved about it is it didn't change too quickly. Every time they changed feel, they stayed there for a while. They stayed there for a minimum of 8 measures, which gave the listener plenty of time to get into, adjust to, and enjoy the new feel. I love that. I absolutely love that. Stark comparison to a reaction I did a couple videos ago. Got the name of the band already. But they had a tendency in a few spots within their song to switch gears a little too quickly, like every 2 measures. Felt a little disjointed. Felt a little pushed, a little rushed, a little hurried. It didn't, at times, it didn't give the listener a chance to really get into that new feel and that new style. That was not the case here. Every time they changed feel, every time they changed direction, they gave the listener a chance to really get into the new feel, get into the new groove, and enjoy it before they would switch gears again. I like that. I like it when bands do that. The chordal progression on the song was nice. Oh man, impactful, powerful, and yet easy to follow, smooth as glass. It wasn't overly complicated, but it was impactful, absolutely. It sounded really good. I would dare say great. I absolutely would. Instrumentally, musicianship-wise, I think everybody did a fine job playing their instruments. Guitar, bass, drums, they all did a fine job. Great job. I'll say it. It was a great job across the board from the instrumentalists. Vocally, I think everything from the vocal work was very effective. The grit and growl vocals were done well, along with the melodic singing was also done well. Pretty good balance between the two as well. I'm not gonna lie, I would have liked a little more melodic singing, but I mean, what was done very well, and when it came to the grit and growl vocals, it was done cleanly. I have no complaints. About it. I'm gonna be honest with you, folks. Up until about the 20-second mark, I had this song at about an 8.3. Honestly, I did. I felt very good about that score. That score was already in my head, and I'm willing to bet pennies to dollars that we would have stayed at that 8.3. We would have. And then came the ending. And then came the bane of my existence, the dreaded linear fade. With a song as powerful and as strong rhythmically as this song was, between the drum patterns that came up just within the drummer himself, and within a syncopated standpoint of some really nice subdivision work that was done throughout the song, some great ideas that we could have taken and placed at the end of the song to end the song powerfully, to end the song strongly. Hell, we could take the simple route. Let's just go back to the beginning. Let's just take the beginning. Let's revisit the beginning, put it at the end, play it, and end in one of two ways. We could have ended with the anticipation of maybe ending on the end of 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and we could have done that. Effective, strong, powerful, sudden, and with a little bit of a cliffhanger ending, but still would have been a powerful ending. Or we could have taken the more pleasing to the ear approach and ended on the downbeat of 1. Okay, so we could have ended with 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and we could have ended that way too. Now, maybe you want a fade of some kind. Maybe you want that decayed ending. Okay, fine. Play the opening riff. Play the main riff. End on the downbeat of 1 and sustain the chord. And just let it naturally decay. Let the resonance die out. I think that would have been, you could have had the best of both worlds at that point. You could have had your fade, sure, but it would have ended strongly, definitively on the downbeat of 1 and then let it decay naturally. That would have worked too. I would have been perfectly fine with that. Instead, we get, let's just vamp and we'll just pull a linear fade. We'll just pull the slider down. That, I'm sorry, with a song like this, as powerful as this song is, that is just pure laziness. Do not try to tell me, oh, that was a creative decision. You're right, it was. And it was a poor decision. Considering how strong the song was rhythmically, considering how strong the main riff was, considering how strong the intro was, I have shown you 3 different ways that we could have ended powerfully and even with one of them, had the compromise. Here's the decay, here's the fade out, but with a definitive, clean, strong ending. Instead, we have the old linear fade. Let's pull the slider down. There are only 2 times that I can see linear fades honestly being acceptable. Sometimes you will write a song and you will literally paint yourself into a corner where there's no way that you can end powerfully. There's no way you can end strongly or definitively. Okay, fine. Linear fade it, sure. Because you have no other choice. You have no other recourse but to pull that linear fade. Okay, fine. I could see it, I guess. Not with this song. There are so many ways you could have ended this song strongly. And the other times that linear fades are acceptable is when you have a style of you're playing a style of music that really you kind of have to. It calls for it, like smooth jazz. You're playing some smooth jazz, and you have that linear fade out while while Kenny G solos with his soprano sax over the top of it, and it fades out. Sure, why not? That works. Or if you're listening to easy listening music, like on Coast 103, and for those of you that live in Los Angeles, you've heard of Coast 103, I'm sure, and you know the kinds of songs I'm talking about. let me get my microphone. Hold on. Let me pull it in here close. I got to get that intimate voice here. So we have a song going out to Janet, and this is from Brad. And Brad sees a light over at the Frankenstein place, and he wants to take you there. You know, and this song's going out to you. You know, it's called Science Fiction Double Feature. You know, that kind of song, that type of radio station. Okay, sure. Yeah, that works. Why not? You know, and it'll work. Pulling a linear fade on a song like that. Yeah, sure. Why not? It'll work. It'll fit. No problem. You know, that's not this kind of song. It's not. It's powerful. It's impactful. It's metal, and you're gonna pull a linear fade. You might as well at that point have just, if the song had any testicular fortitude, you just took a pair of garden shears and snipped them off because you decided to pull a linear fade. Dear Lord in heaven, that killed the song for me. It absolutely did. Am I gonna listen to the song again? Yes, I'm gonna listen to the song again. But knowing that linear fade's coming, as soon as I hear that linear fade start, I'm gonna stop the song. I'm gonna absolutely stop because I have no desire to listen to a great song like this get neutered by a linear fade. I just have no desire to listen to the song commit suicide. I have no desire to hear it. So this is why, yeah, you better believe it. I was at an 8.3 and I've dropped it all the way down to a 7.6. That's how disgusted I am with that ending. It just makes zero sense to me whatsoever. It is a complete lack of any type of conviction when it comes to the ending. So 7.6, that's where we ended up. Yep, you better believe it. I don't like giving, you know, that lower score from where we were at 8.3. Listen, I know a 7.6 is still a really good score, okay? It's a really good rating. It's getting 4 to 5 stars. It's getting a B+ letter grade. I understand all that. But we were up at an 8.3 until that ending happened. Ugh! God! Anyway, 7.6, that's where we're at. That's where I feel this song deserves. That ending just absolutely killed me. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice, the shiniest, prettiest bow we can possibly find. We have a 7.6, which is a really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B as in boy, B+ letter grade. Take your pick. I don't care. Whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me. But if you guys feel like doing these things, well, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.